Welcome back to Portal 2 Co-op.
Oh.
Me, you bitch! Best way to start.
Starting off strong.
Oh, Glados be tripping. Do you know what I'm talking about there?
I don't know what she just said.
I think I'm just talking about Glados in general.
Fair enough.
Yeah, so now this is about the point when we, about as far as we got. I think we stopped here.
Yeah.
Alex. So there will be no more reference and comparisons to make. But we will enjoy me and Nuke bumbling around.
Yep.
There's always plenty of that.
I believe this one, do we have to time it at the same time?
Something like that, yeah.
Alright.
The buttons on the
Looks
wall.
like we had it. Yeah.
Yes, it was easy.
That time we're going.
Oh my god, it's this.
This room.
Oh, it is this.
Long time on this too. It's
Yeah.
not our fault.
This is a deceptively tough room.
Did you get
Did you see that happen?
Alex?
I'm sorry?
Have you done this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a little bit earlier today, and was really impressed and terrified by
I'm
it.
just gonna put this down.
Trying to figure out a way that you don't have to hold it because you don't
Oh,
want to
behind you.
Look, it's easy. There's just stuff.
Oh.
Oh, what the?
Yeah. I have
I don't
become
even know what
deaf.
happened. I was just like, what?
Now this is another Lemming song. This is called. This is from the TurboGrafx version. This is called Forest Green. It's based off of the song "O Little Town of Bethlehem." For some reason, at the end of it, it has the Wild West theme. I can't explain that decision, but
Nope.
it's another thinking song. So,
Really?
Because you're thinking
You
as
put
you're getting your
thinking
head
into
crushed.
this? Like,
well, it's slow.
Well,
I think thinking songs should be slow. Don't you?
no, I mean, you chose thinking for this situation where we're
Yeah, this is
dying over and over.
we have to figure it out. I mean, some of the stuff, it's like when we keep killing ourselves or doing stupid things and we're dying, and that's like, we're bumbling around. Like in the first time with the Scott Drive, when I keep killing you. But there's nothing bumbling about this, we're just stuck, right? We have to figure the chambers out. So I picked and choose. Like half the time it was basically either we're figuring it out or we're being idiots. So I had different mood music for each of those scenarios.
So there's not one.
You would agree this is more thinking than bumbling?
So there's not one for like bumbling through a thinking situation.
Yeah,
Like
Maybe.
50%,
That would be all in subtext.
slow.
like a 50-50.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Because I mean, I'll be honest. There are a lot of times where I'm thinking about something, but I'm still being a complete fucking idiot.
I think I think it looks like we got down the basic of what we need to do. We just have to time it right. So, see, I'm just,
Well, it's also about just the timing.
yeah.
It's just so hard to time.
I don't even know what
Oh,
kill
God.
is. Like,
I really love Brain Scratch playing this though because
Nope.
cut off?
You there? Oh.
What happened?
I can hear you.
Yeah, he just like cut off
I can
mid-sentence.
hear you, Nuke. He's still in the call. Oh, you there?
I pushed my mic button.
Oh.
That.
I was
Well-
saying, what's really funny is, we kind of know what to do now. It's just about coordination. When you watch Brain Scratch play, now they didn't have mics, so to be fair. But what's so funny is, they took them like twice as long just to figure out that you're supposed to leave the box here and you have to stay here for a long. They would drop it every time and try and worm a way into keeping it drop, and it was so funny to watch. Oh, Nuke, no, this is the one where we also overthink it.
Well, I was kind of scared to go through that hallway. I didn't know it was disabled when you went through it.
Watch me and Nuke overthink this puzzle.
That hallway's kind of terrifying after getting crushed umpteen number of times.
If you notice, oh, you know what's funny? That's right. This song I'm playing isn't even actually from one game. I took 3 versions of it. I have 10 versions of this song of
Nice.
Forest Green from 10 versions of the game. I believe the first one was from the Amiga, Commodore Amiga. One of them is from the Acorn Archimedes. I believe this one is from the TurboGrafx 64. This is TurboGrafx, yes. I took 10 of them because I figured if I'm gonna use the same song, there's different versions, so I might as well use different ones. But if you notice, the song's still playing. Why is it still playing? Because we're still gonna overthink this stupid chamber and
Oh,
Nuke's gonna
God.
die somehow.
Well, I thought, like, in Portal 1, you could hold the doors open with yourself.
Really?
They kind of up the strength of the doors.
Yeah. They
Uh,
learned.
This is like my favorite song from Lemmings, by the way. This is such a pleasant, like, upbeat song. I don't know if you guys like it. I really like this song.
It's
I
pleasant.
realized
reading
we
crushed
still
by-
got to use this box, but I wasn't sure how.
Did we? Oh yeah, I think we did.
don't actually think I've ever seen anybody get crushed by a door in this game, so that was a first.
I don't know if at one point do I try to use the box to wedge the door open.
To wedge the door, like in Portal, like the first one, yeah.
Yeah, because I remember
Okay, now I got it. Just for audience's sake, the first version of the song was from the Acorn Archimedes. Then it was the TurboGrafx. Now we're doing the Amiga version.
now we're trying to counter-strike it by...
Yeah, I don't know what the
Voice them
fuck
up.
we're doing. We're idiots.
Unfortunately,
It works.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, Nuke and me used to be in a Counter-Strike clan. That's where we knew each other from. And so...
It's like,
we, that's our PC humble beginnings.
oh yes. We gotta start somewhere. Actually, Counter-Strike is a good one to start on.
Yeah, I mean, in the multiplayer games, it's pretty fun.
Very much so. Especially old school Counter-Strike.
Fucking fine.
Hey, there you go, nice. Nicely done.
Do you like us trying to jump?
Deserves a high five.
Jump on each other's heads to put the box. You know what's sad? We were trying to put the box, like, so it would drop onto the thing or something. Like, I'm like, why? Looking back, I'm like, what the hell would that have accomplished? It's so stupid.
Regret nothing.
It's funny though.
It is. Hey, it works. And
Oh,
it's
man.
a solution that worked. That's what matters.
Oh, great. But you know, I think every chamber nuke from now on is going to be met with the same reaction, like, oh, it's this one.
Oh, this fucking one, yep.
Because from this point on, everyone is going to stump us. Were there
Yes.
any chambers nuke where we were like, oh, we know what to do, and we just did it?
well, I mean, then it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
You know.
Exactly.
But it's
It's
like,
gotta be a fresh
fuck.
experience.
But it's like, even each time when you think, I can't get any more stuck than this, they hit us a chamber like this, a new one each time, and it just gets more and more stuck. This is actually outside the stuff. Each chamber ends with an outside the thing, because we're going to give Glados, we're rebuilding Glados, so we're going to give her each of these discs. So this is this chamber's one, but they put like a really tough puzzle in this one, so.
Yeah, because I know you had talked earlier about how this instance of Glados is a little bit more representative of the Glados we know from Portal 1. And I think the idea behind that is because the single-player campaign is so much more story-based, they had to make that more of an emphasis. Whereas here, the story isn't as big of a thing, so they can focus on making Glados hilarious.
Stuff with Glados when they had Wheatley. And so they had to opt for the potatoes. And Glados, she became more of a tongue-in-cheek ally, and so
Yeah.
couldn't get the same stuff out of her.
Right, so this was a good opportunity, I think, for the writers to go crazy.
But I
In a
think
good
also it's you could argue it might have something to do with the fact that after she just, before this she didn't know anything about Caroline, she had no revelations, she was just plain GLaDOS. After Portal 1 single player ends, she deletes Caroline and all this stuff, and she kind of
Portal 2 single player.
maybe a kind of a lesson learned, but she still reverts her personality back, and so she is kind of back at point zero, you know.
Well, I'm still not 100% clear. Do we know that this is after single player Portal 2?
It's definitely after.
Okay, I wasn't sure
I
if it
think
was
it's
before
during.
or after.
Because
No,
don't
this is for
you see
sure after.
Atlas and Peabody
Okay.
run by during Portal 2 single player.
They do, but she it's at the very end of Portal 2 we see them, right?
Mhm.
And she tells you, I have basically these two, or whatever, and
Right.
Well, yeah, but have they done anything?
I think it's apt to assume that this is after, especially because she makes references to Chell during this playthrough plenty of times.
Oh, does she?
Yeah,
Okay.
and you gotta remember it's Wheatley who's in charge most of the time during the stuff, so.
Yeah, it wouldn't be during. It would definitely be before or after. But yeah, not so much during because she's in a potato at that
It's like
point,
you're
so she's
looking
kind of
for-
limited.
You have a laser.
What should I do with it?
Same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try and take over the world. And kill Nuke.
Yes. I'm trying to push him off, I think. I can't push you off a ledge, can I?
Wah,
Oh,
wah.
Bloodbird. You're so
Little bit.
silly.
Trying to overload the
Yeah, blow it
laser
up.
thing.
That'll work. Damn it.
This is the one where you gotta hold it.
Yeah. And
You know
Have
what's
that
funny?
sit
I often
there.
find in gaming and just life in general, you experience something, right? Let's say, for example, this game. You play it, and because it's live and you're living it, it feels like, oh, this is like 50 minutes of just nonstop. I don't know what the fuck's going on. We're bumbling, right? Then you watch it back, and it was like 12 minutes. I was like, I thought I was sticking around for much longer than that. Do you know what I'm talking about?
It definitely depends on what you're doing. If it's something like frustrating and you're under stress, then yeah, it can feel like it's taking forever.
Yeah, I often find that just with stuff like this, like when I get stuck in a game, especially when I've recorded it, I often find that it feels like I've gotten stuck for 10 minutes when I only was stuck for like 2. Like I always feel stuck for longer than it actually was. Because whenever I look back at footage, it's like this doesn't look like it took as long as I thought it did.
Well, right now, I mean, you're essentially not doing anything, and probably.
You're the one that's stuck.
Slow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know.
Literally.
I have to get you over there somehow. I was trying to figure out how.
No, I don't. It wasn't that. There's a different solution. So, cue Jeopardy.
That's appropriate.
Yeah. By the way, I know it's thinking heavy right now, but there will be more bumbling. Don't worry. There'll be plenty more bumbling.
I would expect nothing different.
I think this is a genuinely good tune as well. You mostly don't hear it in its essence because of its tone and where it's played and how it's played. But if you just listen to the song and think nothing of it, just think of it as a song, it's actually a pretty good tune. And I read about it. It turns out the guy who made it, forget the host. I mean, not the host, but the music guy. He made it as a lullaby for his son, and it eventually turned into the Jeopardy theme.
I could see that.
Yeah, I just think I love the song. It's a great song.
I don't know. I can't ever disassociate it from Jeopardy though. Now.
Yeah,
It's hard to just view it as good, as a catchy tune. Yeah, because when I listen to this version, it's so orchestrated and there's different versions. Like this one though is orchestrated and it's so well played. I think that I like the sound of it. You know. Anyway, I'm a very musical guy, so you'll hear that from me.
And we're still trying our best to.
I remember finding the solution and thinking, it was like, I can't believe I couldn't think of this. I know it has something to do with the span shutdown right there.
Should I not tell you what it is, Nuke? Because I know what it is. If you haven't figured it out, should I let you see it happen?
Well, he played it, so he
But
probably...
but I don't think he remembers.
No, I don't know how long ago it was.
This is now about where I figured out what I have to do. I just haven't figured out how.
Yeah.
Although I like the crazy angle that you got going on with the laser.
This is now figuring out what I have to do and gonna do it.
To kill yourself.
Yeah,
Damn it!
Yeah, I see. I mean, there's that little yellow box in the ground there to show you where to
now,
put the
see, I
laser.
have to put it in the glass. And
Yeah,
then
you have to get it to me, which means put it out there.
So I'll just put it.
And then I get. I don't even think I saw you do that, and then I just come around and like, oh, look, the laser's here.
Yeah.
Where does this laser come from?
And then of course you have to then finish it.
And then you come over.
Way there.
Oh, it's real because the laser deactivates.
Nuke, my friend. Way there.
Just don't smack the razor blades. Okay, you're good.
That would be cruel if it stopped.
That would.
It stopped at different points and it just stopped where you can't get in.
So you have to turn it back on and turn it off again.
All right,
Yeah,
time for Nuke to steal the disc again.
As we set the
Here's
timer.
another thing. When we were doing the first time with this Nuke, trying to coordinate this for the first time area, watching it, it didn't seem as long as when we did it. I felt like it took so long to figure it out and coordinate it, but then it really wasn't. So it's like the what is it? Is it Einstein's or Newton's theory? Time is relative. I think Einstein. Yeah. Time is relative. So when you experience it, right, you're struggling, you're thinking hard, and so it's taking long, right? But then when you're just watching it happen, it's just like you're stepping back from it, and so it doesn't seem as bad.
Well, then it depends on the viewer. I mean, if they're getting bored, it's like, oh god, this is taking forever, when in reality it's only like 30 seconds. So, it all depends. Oh man.
Well, we will see you guys in the next part of the Political Co-op.